Get ready for a new season of Criminal Minds Evolution, and as you can tell, it's bigger and bloodier than ever. What's going on in this hospital?
I mean,
Well, there is murder in the hospital.
cleanup in aisle 7.
It is a hospital.
I keep saying this, but I walked on the set, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Criminal Minds.
If I wanted Elias Voigt dead, he would be dead.
I hear more bad guys than ever before because you're still doing, multiple villains, but I also hear that Zach Gilford is coming back, right? And so what kind of havoc is he wreaking on y'all this season?
Yeah, well, he certainly wreaked a lot of havoc on me for anybody who's been watching the show. But it's very interesting what happens because I think it takes all kinds of twists and turns in different directions, and he's such a terrific actor. I mean, it made sense to kind of let's keep that bad guy around.
All of them died at the hands of other prisoners because you build prison cred by spilling blood like yours.
What's it like to be back and playing in the Criminal Minds sandbox?
It's fun. I've been so lucky every season of the
Yeah.
show because my character's been in a completely different place. Season 1, I was kind of a family guy.
You don't go into witness protection without your family.
Season 2, I was a Hannibal Lecter type.
I need you to find something. It's kind of a break glass in case of emergency contingency.
Elias, I am your lawyer, not your task rabbit.
Why's your shirt wrinkled?
In this season, it's different. I don't want to say anything about what it's about, but it's cool to get to play one character for a while, but it's not often that you kind of get to play different versions of him every single season.
You're kind of that thread. I hear we are getting multiple villains like we normally do in this show, but you're still here. You're still around.
I'm like, I'm like a bad habit. They can't kick me.
I love it though. I want to know because obviously you can't give too much away plot-wise, but your first reactions when you read what you'd be up to this season.
I was excited because, like I said, it's so different. And I talked to Erica, the head writer, and one of the early directors, and they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited to do this because we're gonna make people like you."
Oh.
And I was like, "Great."
Whoa. You're telling us that David Hartle drowned in a pool and not the ocean?
According to those dental records, yeah.
Now that you know this cast well, who do you think would make actual good FBI agent in real life?
Oh wow. Oh, Aisha.
I think Aisha would be.
Oh, that's flattering.
I can see it now.
See, but buried in that statement is that I'm a nosy busybody, so.
She can't help herself.
Our favorite FBI profilers are back for season 3 of Criminal Minds Evolution, Thursdays on Paramount Plus. What can fans watch for? Well, some exciting guest stars.
There are some names that show up that people are gonna freak out about.
So there's some new energy.
There's some new energy. There's some maybe old energy as well.
Okay.
So
Good tease.
Well, we know OG Matthew Gray Goobler is stopping by. We'll also get to see the late Linda Lavin in one of her final on-screen performances.
There was only 2 roles I had to cast, and one of them turned out to be a role that and it's a terrific role. Once I looked at it, I said, Linda could do this show. And she was a fan of the show anyway. I said, Linda, how about it? She read it, said, I'm in. And she just knocks it out of the park.
But would Zach ever be a guest star on the Friday Night Lights reboot?
You understand that?
Coach, I got this. I can do it.
It depends. It depends. If it's cheesy, no. If it was something that was actually kind of cool, I don't know. I like to work.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I feel like we need a legacy cast member just to pop up a little bit, just to tie it all.
I know, but then it's just like a stunt casting and it's kind of cheesy and like, am I playing Matt Saracen or am I just some new guy and it's like wink, wink.
So 2025 is the 20th anniversary of the debut of Criminal Minds.
Wait, is it?
Yes, in 20 years.
2020? No, don't say that because we want them to pick up another season.
Of course they are though.
No, say it's the 19th.
It's the 19th.
It's the 19th
we need the
anniversary.
milestone season.
I started the show when I was 5. Oh my gosh. So bizarre.
I'm sure it started as a dreamy gig and it still is a dreamy gig, right?
No, I mean I pinch myself every day. This is ridiculous that we get to do this and we have such a great time doing it. And we always say this, we'll do, you're gonna be like, where's that wheelchair? They're gonna be wheeling us out of here. Like, we will just keep going.
why do you think this series has continued to be so popular with fans around the world?
Well, I don't know. I hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, so I don't know. But I will say this: women and young women make up a huge part of our audience, and I mean worldwide. This year I probably got over 150 invitations to young girls' graduations.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
and
Joe.
if I'm getting them, what the hell are the young guys getting?
Yeah, what's Anna Rodriguez getting?
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's true. They and it resonates with them, and part of it is, I know personally at least a couple young girls who were fascinated with the show. I'm talking about when I first joined the show, who are now members of the FBI. Because in other words, they watched the show, they were so taken by it, and thought, this is something I'd like to do.
You want to play a real-life game of Clue with me?
Yes, indeedy.
Yes, indeedy.
My hair was black when I started the show.
The hair has changed colors.
The hair has changed colors.
Do you ever imagine that you would be sticking with the show for
my whole career, look, I've been doing this professionally over 50 years now. And I was never a planner. I never really knew what I was doing next. I just kind of put it out there, let's just see what happens. And this happened. For all I knew, I was going to come do this for a year or two and then move on. And little did I know, like I said, I'd get a different color coif. But it's all good. Yeah, whatever. Whether it looks good or not, I got it.
You got it. I mean, this is not a bad gig. The cast is
it's a
amazing.
wonderful.
The writing is fun.
I love the cast. The cast couldn't be better. If I had to handpick people to work with, I couldn't do better.
I think that this show has, hands down, like the best collective chemistry. You could literally, there are so many different combinations of it's like going.
Like pairings and stuff.
Yeah, you know how when you're you're gonna make a sandwich or you're gonna make I don't know, whatever your thing is, ice cream or whatever, and you're any combination of this is gonna work. You know what I mean? It's like chocolate and peanut butter and pretzels, that's gonna work, but pretzels and chocolate is also gonna work, but pretzels and peanut butter is gonna work.
Here we go.
We feel so fortunate. We keep saying it all the time to each other, and not even in a patting ourselves on the back way, just we're marveling at the fact that we're doing the best work we've ever done right now. And it's extraordinary for a show to be in its 18th season and be doing its best work. And so, we're so open to anything happened, but we're also not looking backwards, I guess is the point. Do you know what I mean? The show continues to grow and evolve, and we're always
feel
excited.
New every season. I
Our
mean,
streaming platform
Well,
too,
that's been
yeah.
a big part of the sort of the re-energizing of the show is coming back on a streamer and being able to have the latitude we have now versus being on the network. We've just been able to go places we were never able to go to before.
But I feel like if you look at season, episode 1 and then episode 201 or 301, you're gonna feel very different. The animal continues to evolve.
Absolutely.
And I think we always want to continue to be focused on the future and growing and continue to improve every day.
Yeah,
Dream job.
And deliver on that level. And I think that is the reason why the show has not slowed down and has just come back stronger than ever, is because it's like a good book that just hasn't ended yet.
Right?
So
Each chapter gets more exciting.
Yeah.